Hello everybody, this is AJ, and I'm playing Dead Frontier 2. I've seen plenty of videos on people killing bosses and soloing bosses and purple zones, but nothing really on in-depth on how do you actually set up that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a in-depth video on basically what I did to be able to solo bosses. Now to start off, my build isn't perfect yet. I'm still working out some of the stuff, but I've basically figured out what works and what doesn't work. So, quick story, very quick. I first, sorry, give me. So to begin, when you're doing your build, this is for more of builds of level 50 to 60, because they can do more, they can have more stuff. So first off, unique items aren't always the best. I had to learn that the hard way. You can see here, I started out with like maybe $1 million, $1,100,000, and from testing, from going around killing bosses, I spent a lot of money on just unique items, because I always thought unique items were the best items in the game, and that in order to get solo stuff, you would have to at least have unique items. I do have some unique items, but they're not the best. You have to find something that works for you. The first build I did was I was really tanky. I could tank a lot of hits, and I could do a lot of damage, but the problem was that some of the enemies, especially like level 50 area, we have like this one, the tentacles, the diseased, they would catch up to you, because I was really slow. They'd eventually catch up to you, hit you, and basically kill you in one hit. So it didn't matter that I was very tanky. And it didn't matter that I could do a lot of damage. I would eventually get hit and just die. So I spent a lot of money on that. The next build I did was jogger. So I had a lot of jog speed, and that one was better, but the issue was the jog speed couldn't outrun some of the enemies, especially in the higher levels. And again, I was sort of tanky, so I got rid of my tankiness. I did jog speed, a lot of high jog speed, and I did damage to bosses, and that was okay, but not the greatest. And then now I'm on my based on my third build. It's not quite done yet, but I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna go first over the items. Let's go over the stats. So to do solo bosses, and I'm gonna show you an example. I'm gonna go and do one of these purple zones. One of these harder 50 area purple zones. Probably wait. Show you how I solo bosses. But in order to solo bosses, you need to have at least high damage. You need to have sprint speed, and you need to have good dodge. So basically, this is my level 56. My machine gun. So my machine gun does body damage. It does damage for mutated. I have jog speed because I haven't got rid of that yet. But basically, in order to solo bosses, you do not need jog speed. Jog speed and sprint speed are like night and day. So you really need sprint speed, sprint duration, and sprint cooldown. That's the big three. You still need dodge and you still need kick, but sprint speed and dodge is pretty much sprint speed, sprint cooldown, and sprint duration is mainly what you need. So we're gonna go with stats first. And like I said, this is not a perfect build, and it's not perfect yet. I'm still working out some stuff. I'll tell you what I'm still working on. But so body damage, you definitely want. That helps with killing enemies when you can't see their face. Sometimes when you kill bosses, they fall over. So body damage really helps. Headshot damage is what you really want. Damage versus mutated, so that's definitely one you would want. Damage versus infected, you want some damage versus infected, because every boss comes with infected. So you don't want to be able to not be able to kill the infected when they come around. And then most importantly right here, my jog speed is okay, 67, walk speed's okay. My sprint speed, my sprint duration, and sprint cooldown are like the top thing that you need whenever you are fighting where you're trying to solo boss or solo purple zone. That's the main that's the main thing you want. So I'm gonna go over the items first. This is the items that I picked, and what my build really goes around is, or my objective of my build. So you always want an objective of your build. I know like there's some that, you know, you can have different builds for looting, for boss killing, for basically for sprinting. So my objective for my build is I want to be able to not get hit, and also if I do get hit, because eventually you get hit no matter what you do, you're eventually going to get hit. So my build, if I get hit once or twice, I'm okay. I can get hit, run, recover, and be okay. So that's why I have the armor. I see some people run no armor. I run armor because I'm clumsy and sometimes I get stuck on something and I get hit. I don't have a lot of health because I can tank 1 or 2 hits and I just keep heals on me. And sometimes I don't get hit at all, so I don't even have to use these. So these are all unique items. Most of them, this is a rare. But like I said, don't focus on the fact that I have unique items. Unique isn't always the best. I just spent a lot of money on these, and these are very low costing unique items. So my first item is a Ruthless Gaze. The reason I went with this one was because it has attack speed. So I do use a katana. I do have Machine Gun Expert. I'm going to go over all these stats in a second, but Machine Gun Expert. And I have, where is it at? I guess I don't have it. No, Melee Expert, sorry, I was looking for that. So I have Melee Expert and Submachine Gun Expert. So I do use the melee for whenever I go to buildings or I'm doing a mission. I don't have to really use my machine gun all the time. I try to save that ammo for bosses and solo bosses. But I do use this Ruthless Gaze, and the reason why I use that, headshot damage is a must when you're solo bossing. You really want to aim for the head, nothing really else. Attack speed for my katana and my machine gun. Body damage, definitely, and mutated. So the mutated is very important. I basically have versus mutated on a lot of these. So you really want the mutated. The minimum and maximum accuracy, it doesn't really matter to me because I have marksman 5, so that's not a big problem for me. The next item is going to be Beast Hunter's Grip. I use this for the headshot damage, body damage, and the mutated and infected. So that way, with these two items, I can basically hit mutated hard, I can hit infected hard, and I'm not lacking in damage. This one is Sinner's Vault. You really want, for your armor or forever your body, you want plus health. So 54 plus health. Inventory capacity is not really a big thing. 60, about 50 to 60 is where you want your inventory capacity, especially if you're soloing. I know some people are like, oh, just use your friend as a storage capacity, but sometimes you can't, especially if you're soloing. So 40 to 50 is probably the max you want to go to. I'm kind of a little bit over because of some items that give me plus inventory, but inventory is really not that big of a deal. And then the big one is 47% income stun recovery. That's what you really want, so that way if you get hit, you can recover really fast. And then the backpack is obviously just a backpack. I did put a upgrade on this for damage mutated, damage infected, and a +2 health, so that helps a lot. So for your legs and your feet are both mostly where your speed's gonna come from. So legs, 20% sprint speed. So your legs, you want sprint speed, sprint duration, and sprint cooldown. The jog speed I kind of just got because it came with it, but that's what you really want, is sprint speed, sprint cooldown, and sprint duration. Next is going to be the Lebron's combat boots. This one was really good because it had a lot of walk speed. You want walk speed whenever you are, so when you're fighting a boss, you can walk and not get hit. But again, that's not that much important, because you can always run away, make space, shoot them, and then when they come at you, you just run away again. So I'm going to show an example at the end of this on how I fight with this build. And then my two weapons, I have sprint speed on this one. So I have basically, like I said before, where is it at? Here you go. 89% sprint speed, sprint duration, and -45 cooldown. That's very important. And so this Chicago typewriter, I'm going to eventually get rid of it and get more sprint speed with the Chicago typewriter. And also with my katana, I just ran out of money. So I didn't have enough money to do anything else with these. So I just kept these. Okay, so the stats. Again, this is not everything you really need. I'm eventually going to pay the 200 to reset these, but I'm going to tell you what is good and what's not good. So Sprinter 5, definitely. Jogger, you really don't need to go Jogger if you have sprint speed. Keep in mind, whenever you're fighting enemies also have sprint speed, a sprint cooldown, and a sprint duration. So every enemy has a sprint speed, sprint cooldown, and sprint duration. Obviously, the higher the level, the better it's going to be. So as long as you can outrun enemies, you don't need Jogger. There's no point in really having, maybe Jogger 2 or 3, but Jogger 5 is not necessary. Again, I'd use machine guns, submachine guns, I use melee, so I keep those. Reload 5 is definitely a must. For the walk speed and the ammo capacity, and obviously the reload speed. So that's really going to help soloing bosses. Hunter 5 is definitely a must. Mule 5 is not. Obviously Hunter 5 is damage against mutated. Mule is not necessary. When I redo this, I'm going to get rid of Mule. So you don't need Mule. Toughness is definitely a must. Because if you do end up getting hit, And eventually, everybody will get hit. I mean, it's just, you're not going to see an enemy, or if you're fighting like 4 bosses. Let's see some of these. Yeah, like these mothers, you're probably not going to see a mother come at you. So you're eventually going to get hit. So you definitely want to get toughness. Marksman for the range, the maximum accuracy, and aim speed. 5, you want that 5. Armor 4 is not really that great. It helps me for my build because since I use armor, but if you're not going to use armor, there's no point for that. Quick shot 5 is definitely a must. And medic, you want some points in medic. You don't want to max out medic, but quick shot 5 is definitely what you want, especially at higher rate, so you can take down bosses a lot faster. And that's basically it. So like I said before, my aim speed, your reload speed is a must, and to solo bosses you have to be able to outrun them. And yeah, my damage versus the mutated and infected, that's also a must to be able to kill them faster. Okay, so what I would get rid of here, this is pretty much a good build, except I would take this down to 2 or 3. And the only reason why I say that is because I die before my armor breaks. So my armor is so good, in quotation marks good, you can't see my hands, but good, that I basically die before my armor breaks. So 2 or 3 is okay, but not 5. You don't need that in 5. Medic I would still keep. Mule I would get rid of. I would probably put like 1 point of mule, because you can always get inventory capacity with items. So mule I wouldn't really get. Hunter I would keep, and I would get rid of jogger. So I'm pretty close to leveling up. I'm gonna level up, and then I probably could reset, but I would go with survivor, definitely survivor 5. I can't think of all the other ones. We'll go with this. So this is all I can find on the stats. So I would go with, so let's see, kickboxer or kickboxing. I would get rid of jogging, and I would do, I don't know why this is one that I can find on this survivor. So let's see what I said, to get rid of 1, 2, about 3. So 3 of them I would choose over that is probably survivor. Kickboxing, because the only reason why you want kickboxing is because it gives you now this is old, because kickboxing now gives you jog speed and sprint speed. So that's why I would get that. This one, whatever this is, or whoever made this, is pretty old. But I would get kickboxing, survivor, and let's see, what would I get rid of? Oh, headhunter. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Headhunter. Because that would be the best. Either headhunter or quick reflexes. Because quick reflexes really helps you dodge. So headhunter and kickboxing are probably the least of them. So one of those I would replace with quick reflexes. But anyways, so that's basically like the entirety of how you would build yourself around trying to solo bosses. Now what I did was go to buying, and you can go to clothing, and let's say you want, let's say legs, keep the grade, any grade, and I want, let's see, sprint speed, I want sprint duration, and I want sprint cool. This is exactly how I did this, sprint cooldown. And I looked them up, and I found the best one in my price range, and it's like even like these elite joggers, not that expensive. It probably would be better for me to get this one than what I had previously. So, like sprint duration, you want sprint duration, you want sprint speed. Like honestly, these probably would be better than what I have now, because obviously you can see sprint duration is 49. Mine is what I have on now is 37. Sprint speed is 15. Mine is 20, and sprint cooldown is minus 15. Well, I have a little bit better one. So, you know, this is how I built my stuff. I just put what I wanted. Put legs or feet, whatever. Let's say I wanted head, and I wanted damage versus mutated. I also wanted body damage. I also wanted attack speed. And I go in here and I just look at the best one. And you also can say, okay, first I'll start with rare and see all my rare options. And if I don't like any of these, I would go to elite and go to my elite options. If not, I don't like anything there, go to my unique options and see what I can find here. Usually unique is going to be a lot more expensive than obviously elite and rare, but that doesn't mean that whatever item or whatever you're trying to find can't be found in elite or in rares. So elite or unique isn't always the best. So now I'm gonna go ahead and fight. Oh, I have 48 seconds left. Let's see if we get a better one. I'll cut to whenever I fight an actual boss and show you how I fight a boss, or a purple zone actually, solo. So we're about nearing the end into the purple zone. What I want to say before we go into this purple zone is you don't want to enter the purple zone or fight any bosses with your sprint depleted. You want at least about half. That's just to not run out of sprint as soon as you get into the purple zone, because I do eventually start coming out immediately. So I want to show you how fast I can complete this. I also may die too. Oh wow! So see, as I see, I can take a hit, and I kill that one pretty fast. So I'm gonna kill the second one, and you just run away. You want to keep an eye on your sprint, not running out of sprint. And you see, I can take a hit, but you don't want to take too many hits. And obviously, the main you don't want to get hit by is a boss, obviously. But you can take a couple of hits from the enemies, from the infected. I'm gonna kill a couple of these to make the other boss spawn. Okay. Where is the other one at? It's so dusty I can't even see. Alright, I kill a couple of these to make the zombie spawn. Oh, there he is. Well, shit. So, see, like that, like you're gonna get caught on something. So you definitely want to keep an eye. If you want to go for this build, definitely keep an eye on your sprint. And with this build, you can really hit far. You can really hit the head really far. Even if you spray, still able to hit it. Oop, did I get that? Oh, I did get the kill. Okay, good. I thought I accidentally walked out of the zone. So, I mean, as you can see, like, I can kill bosses pretty quick. I can solo purple zones pretty good without having to worry about running at a sprint speed, without having to worry about getting hit a lot. Obviously you get hit sometimes, but I'm just really trying to I have to focus when I do these purple zones. Come on, where's the other two? There's one. So about shoot, run. Sometimes you want to get close to them, because when you get close to them and they're about to hit you, they swing and they stop running. So sometimes it is good to get up and close to them so they can swing. And whenever they swing, they miss. You know, they miss and they stop running. Oh crap! Okay, yeah. See that I got hit, which I'm still okay. I can tank hits, and that's the big thing about this build. Is you're good, you're fast, you can kill these mutants really fast, and you can tank a hit if you accidentally mess up. You know, it's okay. So see, as he swung, he stopped running. That's what you want. So, yeah, I'll see you guys back at the house, the whole back at base. Sorry. Okay, so I'm back at base. You guys can see, like, obviously those creeps aren't the fastest thing on the game. I know there's faster stuff in the game. But you get what I'm saying. Like, I can do that to Titans. I fought 4 Titans before, and I can outrun them. So this build is pretty much the build that I would go. And I did all the research. I did everything, so that way you guys don't have to and waste your money like I did. I wasted a lot of money trying to build this together. So I'm trying to save everybody time and headache, and trying to go for a good build that, you know, you want to solo but can't quite solo yet. Drawbacks to this, I would say, stay away from fast opponents or fast enemies that are in small rooms. That can be because you can't take a lot of hits in small rooms, like a tendril or something like that. I would probably stay away from, because anytime you get caught, especially with a tendril or a Titan, you probably get one or two shotted. But as you can see, I took a couple of hits and I was still able to fight. Even if I took a hit from the creep, I would still be able to fight, and all I gotta do is just run away, heal, and then keep on fighting. But yeah, I hope this really helped anybody who's maybe had questions or trying to find a guide but couldn't find anything, or try to do a detailed on what I did and what my mistakes were. Another thing I would also stay away from, or they're not the map, but the I can't remember, the acrylics. I can't remember. I would stay away. Like, you can obviously fight them, but I want to try to solo them. Where is he at? You can fight all these. You can fight the Reaper. You can fight him. You can fight the spiders. Yeah, him. Especially if they're armored like that. I would try to stay away from fighting these guys in a small room, or where my build's at right now. I probably wouldn't fight them, because these guys do a lot of damage. They take a lot of damage, and they aren't that fast. They're pretty fast. So I would not try to fight those guys. Solo, at least. You can fight them like maybe one other person or two people, but I would try to stay away from them. So I hope this helped. Thank you guys for watching. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments. And if you guys like this, please like the video if you want me to see more videos of this. I play this game almost a lot, so I would like to do more videos. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.